Yo guys, what up? Kobe here, back again. I know I made a video of this not too long ago, but after realizing from friends I sent the video to initially and other people that saw the video and listening to it myself too, the noise was just ridiculous. I mean, the video was horrendous. Me fighting and tapping the screen just cut into all of my or most of my commentary, and it was just terrible. Sorry if it was hard to understand and annoying to watch. I didn't mean to frustrate anybody with that video. So I'm gonna try to recreate the video with the same champs I use. I just won't get the rewards, but hopefully my commentary will be clear this time. I have my AirPods in, using that mic instead of the mic closer to the phone. I don't know why I didn't think of that before, but like I said, I'm new to this, so hopefully this solves the issue. But I was saying usually when you start a boss run challenge, you want to scout and you want to look at all the different types of nodes and the champions in the quest. I already looked at this, so I'm going to start the quest and then we'll look at it individually. But upon looking at it, I know that Stark had an enhanced special 2, Rocket had Power Shield, Flare, and Life Transfer. Mephisto had the node called Tyranny, where only villains gain power, and he also had Heal Block. Ant-Man was immune to debuffs. Venom was stun immune and had Starburst. Um, Iceman had Safeguard, where he could only lose 1% of his HP per like attack, whatever, whether it be a special, whatever, he can only lose up to 1%. Unless your mastery kicks in, which reduces his defensive ability. So upon scouting all that, this is the roster I chose. Starting with Stark Spidey, none of the nodes stuck out or popped out more to me than Enhanced Special 2. All the other nodes just boost his offense and his defense. So like I was saying, enhanced special 2, yeah, you want to be careful with that, with him having that, but at the same time, you're not going to want to push him to 2 bars of power. You're just going to want to consistently and constantly evade his L1. So bait it and just evade it. And so that's the best way to fight Stark in my eyes. I also recommended using a Cosmic Champion, just because every regular hit from a Cosmic class champion shuts down his AI. If you use another class other than Cosmic, then you would have to use a heavy to shut down his AI, and which is doable for sure, definitely possible. Just it's much easier with the cosmic. You have the class advantage as well, and it just makes the fight much easier. I know I armor shattered here with Medusa. It doesn't really necessarily do anything to Stark. Just lets me apply bleeds. Um, Even with his AI down, even being armor shattered, he could evade like you just seen. So just be careful. Keep your guard up. Um, just be careful when fighting him. Watch out for the evades. If you can shut his AI down, that means you can use specials on him. If he has his AI up, he's going to evade your specials like 95, 99% of the time. So just be careful. Otherwise, using a Cosmic Champion, I mean, any Thor, Hela, Angela, Hyperion will just melt Stark. So hopefully you have a Cosmic Champion ranked up, and that fight's quick and easy. The second fight was Rocket. I mean, we went over this, but again, to reiterate, there's Flare, Power Shield, Life Transfer. I mentioned how Medusa has a class advantage, but based on the nodes, I feel like Void would do better in my situation. I feel like his debuffs would hit harder with the power shield and the flare, and then I'd get my life transfer back. The life transfer would help me get my HP back based on any special I do. And I also mentioned that any champion using their special, just because special damage is amplified so much on this node, that any almost any champion would work. So any champion using their special would work. Here I'll evade his L2 just to show you guys it's possible too. He's gonna throw this little grenade at you. It's easy to evade, no problem. I'll probably get my health back here. Hopefully get all of it back, if not most of it. Um, and hopefully he's melted by the time I stay above 70%. If not, that's fine. 69% is good enough. But the key to fighting Rocket, just find somebody that's gonna get specials fast or fight in a manner where you can get your specials off in a timely manner without losing too much health, so you can keep building your health back. And the special damage is going to melt him regardless of because of the power shield node. At the same time, just be careful of his specials, both special 1 and special 2, which are both easily evadable, like you've seen in this video. And then I mentioned after that fight, this is the third fight, I used Void again because of the node Tyranny, where only villains can gain power. And I mentioned in the last video that that Blade would work for this node, which he definitely would work. He'd melt Mephisto. Um, Void as well, like I'm going to use. I mentioned Magic would work, but Magic would not work in my opinion because Uh, I mentioned that she'd work. She could power lock and limbo back the damage that the incinerate damage from Mephisto, but I lied. I mean, Tyranny prevents magic from gaining power, so she's kind of useless. She would work, I guess, but not a good option at all because of that node. So I want to re-recommend options that would work for this node. So I want to start off with Void since I have him perfect for this node. I mean, Villain, he's going to gain power. He's Incinerate immune. He can stop passive power gain. He's going to stop his regen eventually, depending on the debuffs he lands, because he has three different debuffs. One causes degen, the other one causes a stop to passive power gain, which champions like Hyperion have. Mephisto has when his Aura of Incineration is on, and then he stops passive regen and regen period. So he can put a stop to Mephisto's regen when he hits that threshold at 30%. But he also stops regen from almost any champion: Wolverine, Sabretooth, X-23, Red Deadpool. It doesn't matter who. He actually reverses the healing, and he can. It's like a guillotine effect with the guillotine's L2 or special two, and that's why Void's a really good option for in war when there's actually like nodes that heal you, like Masochism or Buffet. But for this node, for Mephisto in general, he doesn't reverse Mephisto's healing because Mephisto has a healing where he reaches 30%. He heals depending on the charges he has. You can't reverse that because when he does regen, it's kind of like a Phoenix regen because you can't attack him at that time. He's not taking any damage. He's strictly regenerating. So options that I want to recommend that work for Mephisto here: Void for sure, Blade for sure, Red Hulk would work for sure. Not only does Red Hulk turn the incinerate damage into heat charges. I mean, he just got buffed, like you guys know, and he'd work. I think, in my personal opinion, Luke Cage would work too. Iceman would take a long time to fight, but he's an option just because he doesn't incinerate. He's incinerate immune, but at the same time, he's limited. Mephisto was when he was brought out, he kind of limits Iceman. He doesn't get cold snapped. I don't think ice armor start. You don't start off with ice armor. The only way you can get ice armor with Iceman is if you use a special three. Um, so he may work. Quake works for sure, but you would have to be good at holding her charges. Gladiator Hulk or Hulk Rag would work too. But again, I mentioned in the last video, he's not a villain, so he's not going to gain power, but he would work too. Those are just some options, but I'm going to go ahead and go in with Void again, like I did in the last video. And I'll show you guys again, like why he's so strong. He's just Incinerate immune, and eventually when those debuffs do get on, you'll see that. Hopefully I can show in this video, because I know in the last video, you see how his power is going up while his Aura of Incineration is on? Well, when the certain debuff hits him or is on him, that's not going to happen. He's not going to have that. So it'll be fun to show that here. So one debuff is on, two different debuffs are on now. So I know that's not the one that stops his power gain because I still see his power gain going on. And I'm not 100% on the icons yet just because they look so similar, and I never took the time to differentiate them. So the two same ones now both have two stacks. So now this third one that's going to come up, this third different one, the fifth debuff, that's the one right there. So see how his Aura of Incineration is no longer giving him power because of that debuff. And then when he reaches that 30% mark, which he's at 33% now, when he reaches that, there he goes. So his regeneration, he reaches 31% actually. So he didn't regenerate at all, which is why Void is just like an excellent option for this node. Um, I mean, he's just all around class advantage too. You know, sometimes I forget to mention that just because it's so obvious. But Mephisto just goes down the drain. He just gets murked. Very easy if you have Void. I'd highly recommend him. But of course, I know Blade melts him really fast too, and Red Hulk is an amazing option too. So those are some. But don't forget, magic will not work for this node in this quest just because Tyranny, she needs the power to actually trigger Limbo and actually trigger her special two to power lock him. And if she can't gain power, then she's useless. And sorry that I said she would work in the last video, but she would not work. Ant-Man here. So here, I mentioned in the last video that I wanted to try Quake and see if um, I know shock is confusing. I said shock as if like it's a shock with like Nebula or something, but no, I meant like her aftershock charges. I wanted to see how they work. Even though Ant-Man's immune to debuffs, he is power shield, so that special attack damage and like Quake's aftershock would definitely hurt more. even though he's immune to debuffs, it would cause a lot of damage, and I wanted to experiment with that. In the last video, like as we've all seen, it was major damage. So I was happy with that, and I'm gonna try to do that again here. So just giving myself some space here before he does his L1. Then I'll try to build up the shocks. So right now I'm barely at. I'm build up the charges so he could get aftershocks on. Oops, I forgot to hold the heavy down. But 5 on him right now at this point. And we also seen the L2 do the special 2 do amazing damage. Of course, that was near the end, so it got amplified by my assassin mastery, but it'd be cool to see right now how much damage it does. It still does 50k. That was ridiculous. That was ridiculous. So I guess it wasn't the assassin mastery, it was just a strong special 2 crit. So that was good. There's an aftershock, a little bit of damage. It wasn't too many charges on him to like do a decent amount, but definitely Quake is a good option. I don't recommend. I don't regret bringing here. Uh-oh. Even though I died there, you guys get the idea. She's really good. I'm just gonna continue with this video. I didn't remake the last video when I took some hits from uh, Hulk Rag. So I'll just finish this video with. I'll go in with let's do Void. I know he's not gonna work too well because he's immune to debuff, but let's just see. Let's just see how this goes. I don't know if I should use his special 1 or if I should use his special 2. I want to go with his special 2. I feel like it'd kill him. It'd be a one-hit knockout just because it's kind of powerful. Get amplified by Power Shield. I feel like the special 1 is good when you can actually have debuffs applied. And even though the special 2 applies debuffs too, it just hits harder. So I'm going to try that one. We're going to try to bait his L1. I got Nick there with a blocked hit. But this one I'll evade. I'll show you guys. It's really easy to evade. Just back up right when he's about to come up with the uppercut. But really close to special 2 here. Probably one more combo when I can get it when he's open. There you go. Let's see how much damage this does. Oh, it wasn't half of what I needed. Oh, that sucked. Well, we're out of power, so we got to build up power again. Come on, Ant-Man, use your special, man. You're gonna die anyways. Let's see. All right, one more special. He should be dead. I'm hoping that the special 1 this time will finish off Ant-Man. Watch me get disappointed again. Oh, that's garbage. Oh. Quake was such a better option, even being a 4-star. I don't even have faith in the special 1 anymore. It was only like 7% damage. That was terrible. Special 2 is 18%. So now I'm saying that the special 2 will finish him. I'm calling it this time. Hopefully I'm right this time. But I'm glad. I'm not glad. I hate dying, but I'm glad that like I died with Quake just so I could show you how bad of an option Void was when we anticipated that. Being immune to debuffs, Void would just not be a good option at all. So yeah, he finished him there, but look, 69 hits is ridiculous. But it is what it is. I stick to saying somebody who can get specials often would be a good option for that node for sure, just because of Power Shield. Even though Ant-Man has glancing, specials have been doing damage with Power Shield for sure. So, and then here's an option with Hulk Rag that I told you because Venom had Starburst and he was stun immune. So hopefully this time I'm not going to take hits on purpose. I'm going to try to finish him off cleanly. You'll still see the health recovery from Hulk Rag. I'm just not going to take hits on purpose to show you that he regenerates chunks of health. Even as long as he's recovering some health, he can take hits from like anywhere. He can like if I took that hit from his special 1, I'd still regenerate a chunk of it. So Hulk Rag is just an amazing option. I mean, it does help that mine is 565, but in general, he's just so good. He's just so versatile. As a champion, if you ever pull him, I'll mention some stuff about him. He's poison immune. He actually has power lock. It's not too long. It's Enervate actually, like Gwenpool has with his special 2. It lasts about 5 seconds. He has a stun. He becomes unstoppable with his crowd frenzy. Just build that up, be aggressive. He has heal block like you see with his special one. His heavy is it hurts. Um, it hits hard, man. He's just really tanky, poison immune. I don't know if I mentioned that, and he's really versatile. He's a strong, one of the best, if not the best, science champion in my eyes for sure. And then this one is Iceman again. And he has safeguard, like I mentioned. I forgot to show the nodes last video, but this video you can see it. And I'm gonna try Hulk Rag on him this time. I mean, I know last time I tried Star Lord, and um, let's see what happens with Hulk Rag. I know I have more health with Hulk Rag, so hopefully the fight finishes a little faster. Plus he's at 565, like I keep saying. So I feel like he take the same time as Star Lord. I know last time I got lucky with 2 shocks with Star Lord, but I feel like they're both, since he has safeguard on, they're both doing the same amount of damage, unless it's a crit like you seen there. So plus Star Lord has class advantage. I don't know, just a little test real quick, seeing how it would do. Got a little stun on him there. Evade the L1, special one. Keep saying L1. He's gonna do a special one again, most likely. I'll evade it. There it is. Just like a little practice. I remember when Iceman first came out, people were having such a hard time. And people were asking me for tips on fighting him all the time when I finally figured it out. And I'm just like, man, he's really easy once you figure it out. Like now people can evade his special one and special two like all day long. It's not even a problem for most people. But yeah, so it just takes practice. If anybody's having trouble, uh, I mean, we were all new at one time. We all had trouble evading at one time. Nobody started off when Iceman first came out and evaded his special one super cleanly. I'm sure even if they did, they got hit. Um, Nobody evaded it 100% time ever since they fight Iceman. So even me, I mean, I got hit by his special one so many times. I got hit by his heavy right there. So, but here at least I can show you his thumbs down. So now that I reached 20%, oh, never mind, I can't show you a dive. Definitely a good option though. I mean, like that's me getting hit. That's bad gameplay. But I'll just finish him off with Star Lord. I'm just glad my commentary isn't getting cut off by them. Man, that noise is so annoying. I was getting annoyed by my own video. But yeah, Iceman is definitely just a little tanky because of safeguard the node. But like I said, just evade his L1 and you're good. Just keep fighting. If you do push him to special 2, it's actually easier to evade. So you're in good hands either way, whatever special he has. Uh, it's just gonna take long because of safeguard. I don't know if anybody bypasses that. I'm sure if you have if you put like a shock or something on him, obviously he doesn't bleed. He's bleed immune. He's poison immune. He's incinerate immune. So if you put like shocks from like Nebula or uh, Thor Rag, it'd work out pretty nicely. Or shocks from Quake, if she can withstand the cold snap damage, it'd be perfect. It'd melt him. Damage over time is usually the best option for safeguard. And there you have it. Iceman's down. Sorry for the poor gameplay again. Talking while fighting, no excuse. But I'm glad I probably got to show you more information this time around than last time. So I'll upload this video. Hopefully you can watch this one and not deal with the annoyance from last time.